My hair is done. My lips are done. Let's do a makeup look. It's been a long time since we've done one of these, so I'm really excited about it. I don't know what look I'm going to be doing as of yet, but I want to do something cool. I want to do something cool, so we're going to see. First things first, I need to pick out a transition song, so let me go do that and I'll be right back. Let's do this base. I already did my skincare. I'm doing like 3 videos at once, which I'm not like the best at, but all of these content creators that do these transitions, they also do multiple videos at once, like having multiple conversations, doing multiple things, promoting shit. So I'm trying to get better at it. Done my hair, my extensions are done. This is the first time I've ever had extensions and I love them. But I want like permanent ones. Like these are clip-ins that a company sent to me because they didn't have the ones you could do yourself anymore. They were sold out in my color. I've got such a good feeling about this year, especially since I have removed all the toxic from my life. I'm leaving the drama in 2025. I mean, the people that caused me drama aren't leaving it in 2025, but they are not my concern, you know? If you want to be a shit person, then that's on you. I'm going to take the Essence foundation stick again. I've been liking the combo. Like, I'm just putting the statue on top of where I put this. And the combination of the two gives you like this really pretty sun-kissed contour. Look at how pretty that is. The Essence thing is like $5. All about like finding the next thing on a budget, you know? I know a lot of you guys want a flawless makeup look on a budget, and this would definitely get you there. Essence is a really good brand, drugstore brand for getting you a really flawless look on a budget. I have a job lined up that I think will be I think I'd be golden for. I obviously am up against other people, so I don't know that I have it yet, but I'm really hoping I do. And I'm hoping that's like God's way of being like, listen, you were patient and I rewarded you with the job of your dreams. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting my faith in him and then I'm just letting it go because I have found happiness in like not focusing on shit, you know? I'm in my era of like happiness, boundaries, but happiness. And I do think that a lot of good things are coming. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm like glowy today. And I think it's just because like my mindset has shifted and I just know that like I've got a lot of good things coming my way. I feel it in my soul. I can't explain it. I just know that it's coming. I don't know if it's like the safety net of putting boundaries in place and then just like, I don't want to call it like maybe a safety net's the wrong word. I don't know if it's just like a freeing feeling that I have because I put these boundaries in place and because I feel peace in knowing that I'm protected because I put these boundaries in place, or like the freeing effect of knowing that like people are fucking insane and they're just gonna be insane and I can't do anything about that. Like their thing, it's like I'm focusing 2026 on having new experiences, trying things I've never tried before, you know, like meeting new people, having good experiences with those people. Actually getting Allison here would be a big step because I need her to come visit. I just need her to come visit. So if she doesn't come visit me, I'm hopeful that this job I get will bring me to Arizona so that I can fucking bug her ass because that's happening in 2026, whether she likes it or not. She likes it. But we will be meeting up and having an actual girls' night. Outside of that, Weston has been put back into heart failure again, and we found a medication for him, but insurance won't cover it. They keep denying it. So I have a message out to the insurance company to see what it's going to take for them to cover that medication because it's the only medication that doesn't, you know, have the side effects. Like It's the one that won't lower his heart rate too much. It'll lower it, you know, just enough. It won't raise his blood pressure. It will do it just enough. You know what I mean? So it'll make him better without all the side effects, because I have a problem with putting him on medication. I have a real big problem with that. I don't want him on medication unless he absolutely has to be. Obviously, he's in heart failure, so he needs to be. But I want it to be the right one, because I don't want to have to stay up all night. Because the alternative is a medication that has much higher side effects. I'm hot, sorry. Has much higher side effects. And, you know, if I have to stay up all night watching him sleep, I will fucking do it. I've done it before. I've done it my whole life. When he was a baby and he came home, I can't even tell you when I went to sleep. I honestly couldn't. We did not have the little sleeves that go over their feet to like read their vital signs when he was a baby. That was created for NICU babies after he was long after he was a baby. And they don't make them for older kids. I wish they did. Somebody needs to invent that. But the only thing I can do is have him on his loop recorder, which is dead, and then manually check it, which means that I'm up all night watching him and manually checking his vitals while he's sleeping and bothering him. And then it's basically like he's in a hospital getting woken up every few hours for blood work and vitals and all the things, because he's on a new medication. And yeah, so hold on a second. I gotta turn the air on. Katie, break. Anyways, I'm fine watching him if I need to. I would rather have the one that doesn't have all the side effects, and I could feel a little bit more comfortable. I will also say that I know this is like all over the place, but I was offered $1,100 to do an ad for a company, for an app company, and it's an app I actually use, so I'm actually really excited about it. They are approving my concept right now, and they're supposed to tell me by the 26th if it's good or not, or if we need to revamp it. But I'm really excited about it because this is my first paid brand deal, like my legit paid brand deal, and it is a lot of money. And I know that there's like a ton of people out here getting paid a shit ton of money for brand deals, and I get that. But for me, $1,100 is a lot of money for one ad, you know what I mean? So I'm really, really excited about that. I said that I was just not going to let it happen to me. I was going to go out for it. I was going to put myself out there, and I was going to hustle for it. And I have, and I got something, and I'm so excited. So it's only going to go up from here. I literally can't wait. Literally can't wait. Let's brush this off. I love this Dior blush. It's so cute. I think we're going to do a fun look using this palette right here, just because I want to do something colorful. I don't want to do something boring, but I think I'm going to do pink and purpley looks, because I really like those on me. I don't know what it is, but I really like those. I thought about doing something simple, or maybe something orange. I don't know. I'll see. I'm going to start. I know, baby. I'm going to get it.
Please.
Yep.
Please.
What would you like?
What would you like to eat?
What would you like to eat?
Oatmeal's my favorite eat.
You want oatmeal? That's your favorite eat? Okay, hold on. I gotta give him some oatmeal. This boy will never not like my oatmeal, I swear. I love that about him, but yes, he loves mommy's oatmeal. We're just gonna put this kind of pink up here. I don't really know what I'm going for. I want to do something creative, but I don't know. Do I just like do a little bit right here and then do like a whole different thing? No, because I've already brought it in on the other side. Oh. I don't have a clue what I want to make for dinner tonight. I just made him some oatmeal for a snack. I don't really have a lot. My sister was supposed to come over for dinner and didn't. So, plans changed. Anyways, I'm really excited about my future, about Weston's future, about like what we're gonna do this year. I'm finally caught up on my car payment, caught up on everything. I've got the stuff about like appealing the decision for Weston. Like, I've got a lot of stuff. And then that I handled that I was like putting off handling just because like I had such anxiety about this shit. Like, if it's like, if I'm the only one, I know I'm not the only one because I've talked to other people that have this problem, but when you're just in a massive depression and anxiety, ADHD, paralysis fit, like it's so hard for you to do like mundane tasks. Like they just become something bigger than they actually are, like making a phone call. Like my husband does the same thing. Like we just go inward and our phones go underneath our pillows and we just don't deal with life because we're too busy like trying to pull ourselves out of this. But I've learned that's not the way to go. Like I've learned that just made me more miserable. So I buckled up, I put my big girl panties on today and I was like, no, we're gonna handle our business and we're gonna move on from it and not let it consume us. Because the problem is when you don't handle your business and you just shove it under a pillow, it's still a problem tomorrow. So you might as well get it done, fix the problem, and then move on with your life. I am playing a video game. I keep waiting for them to come out with a new Zelda game because I'm so obsessed with Zelda. But there's nothing in sight, at least from what I've read. So I started playing this Disney Dreamlight Valley game. And it's, the best way I can describe it is it's like Animal Crossing with Disney characters, except that you have like tasks that you have to do. And you become like you look forward to these tasks. Like I love playing it. Literally love playing it. So what my day looks like what my day-to-day looks like, I get up, I get dressed, get Weston dressed, take him to school, come back, do a little cleaning, like a little laundry, a little something. Then I apply for jobs. Like it's a full-time job. I don't stop applying for jobs until Weston comes home. I even take a lunch break. I'm dead serious, okay? And then when Weston gets home, I do a little bit more. I ask him about his day. We do an activity. We play like board game or card game or whatever. I do content if I have content that I need to do, I do content. And then I cook dinner. I hang out with him. We watch a movie. We do something. I put him to bed. And then sometimes I go live. Sometimes I play video games. And so lately, because I haven't been going live, I've been playing video games. And I've been playing Dreamlight while Weston is asleep. And it's just been like a nice release for me. I've had a lot of fun with it. So my question is, do any of you guys play Dreamlight Valley? Any of you guys play it? Like, what are you on? How many people? Do you guys have the DLC? I don't have the DLC. I couldn't afford it. So actually, when I bought the game, the DLCs weren't out, but I can't afford them now. So I don't have them now, but I'm hopeful that I could get them, soon-ish. This is a Valentine's look because I made a promise to you guys that we would be doing Valentine's Day looks until Valentine's Day. So this is one of my Valentine's Day looks, okay? This is gonna count as one, and then we'll do one live tonight too. I'm just gonna put this little pink underneath a little bit. I don't wanna do too much because I don't want it to look like I have pink eye. I think eyeshadow and eyeliners are the best part of makeup because you can do so many creative things with it. Whereas like a base is a base, right? Like you could switch a base up a little bit, but it's not like as fun as like eye looks. Is it good? Okay, good. You're so good. One of my hobbies is photography and film. I actually really love it. I love taking pictures, especially of like random people out and about. Like we have a square. There's a Marietta Square down here, down to where like my old house used to be. And I love the Marietta Square so much because you can go there in the day and just watch people, like people watch, especially in the summer. And there's a lot of like elderly people that still live like in that area. They just haven't moved, you know, and they still live in the houses that they got married in and kids grew up in, like they raised their kids in. And they'll take a walk to the Marietta Square and they will just like hold hands and just walk and talk about life. And one of my favorite things to do is to like not eavesdrop, but like get inadvertent advice from them, from like walking behind them, but like taking candid photos of them like holding hands in the park and things like that. One of my favorite photos I ever took was a guy that was like playing a saxophone on the bench in the square, and Weston was so enthralled by him that he ran up to him and sat by him, and they just like played together. Weston was like doo 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 doo, like with his mouth, but the guy was like playing the saxophone, and they look at each other and they laugh. And I have these photos of them, and I want to like get a big one of it. I really wish that I would have gotten that guy's name so that I could have given him the photo, or like his contact info. I don't know if he's still alive. He was like elderly, and this was years ago. Weston was much smaller, but it's one of my favorite photos. But I've done a bunch of those where I just like see people. And then obviously like landscapes. I adore doing landscapes. They're so much fun. They're so pretty. And so I have a lot of those too, but also film, not just photography, but film. And it's one of the things my husband and I have in common. And one of the things I love so much, like we are truly best friends. We have so much in common, and we really do love like the same things. He majored in film, so he obviously knows a lot more about film, and he'll tell you this, like I don't like to know the ins and outs of like I think it's interesting, but like if I'm in the middle of watching a show or a movie, I don't want to know how it's made. I don't want to see the behind the scenes, because it takes the allure away from it. Like it takes away from the magic of it. And that's what I love about film. I love the magic of it. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an actress really bad. Loved it. I don't want to do any behind the scenes things because I think I'm just not that person, but I think it's cool. I think it's amazing. Whereas my husband wanted to do behind the scene things, and he did. He owned his own production company for a long time with his brother, and they did weddings and things like that, but he actually won a film contest based off of a movie that he made. And I love watching his movies. His movies are so fun to watch. Watching his creativity, watching how he edited things. Like, he acted in a couple of them. His acting needs a little work, but just seeing the things that make him happy and like the passion that he has, it brings me so much joy. I think that's one of the reasons I love watching him snowboard. Not just because it's sexy, but because like it's something he loves to do so much, and I get to watch him and his passion like just play out right in front of me. It is inspiring. And so that's one of the things that we have in common. I love it so much. And so I do like knowing the ins and outs of how things are made and trivia about movies and stuff, but I don't like to know it if I'm in the middle of it. So like Rings of Power, don't tell me how that shit's made. I like, I watched a documentary on how The Hobbit was made. It pissed me off because it does take away some of the magic of it. Like, you're just like, wait, how is he so big? How is he so small? And it's like, it's camera trickery. But you don't want to know all of that. You want it to be magical and enjoyable. Like, there's a behind the scenes of Harry Potter. I won't watch that. Because I don't want it to take away from the magic. That was really splotchy. That's why I'm doing that. So I bring that up to ask what you guys, like, what your hobbies are. What are some of the things that you guys are like super duper passionate about? And if it's movies and TV, like, I love movies and TV. I love it. And I love laughing. I love anything that can make me laugh. That's one of the reasons I fell in love with my husband. That was like the first thing that drew me to him, was that he was so funny. He made me laugh more than anybody I have ever met in my life. He was like a true comedian. I loved laughing with him. Loved it. I'm also going to use this as kind of like a transition shade to like buff these edges and make them not so harsh. And so I, love that about him. I love comedy clubs. Like, I love going to like comedy shows and things like that. I went to Second City. Second City is in Chicago. It's the place where Will Ferrell and Vince Vaughn got their start. And it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I swear. It was hilarious. I did not see Vince Vaughn and him because when I went, they were already like really big comedians. But I saw like the next up and coming set of comedians, and it was like, oh shit, hold on. It was like an improv class. I mean, yeah. And I thought that was like cool because I had never seen one of those before. And I loved how they like worked with each other and all of that. Like, it was really cool. And at that time, I didn't really want to be an actress at that point, but I wasn't like opposed to it. I'm still not opposed to it. There are times that I'm like, should I send in an audition tape? Like, I still look at the casting calls and things but like, I have stage fright. I used to do plays and stuff as a kid, but I have stage fright. And so like, it took a lot out of me to do those things. And so I just don't know. But part of me this year wants to push myself out of my comfort zone. And so I've thought about it, and I think I want to send in an audition tape. Just for shits and giggles. Like, I don't think I'm going to get anything. It's not real, okay? It's not like I think anything's going to come of it. I don't even have like a fucking headshot. But I'm 2026 is about pushing myself, doing things that I've never done before, things that like scare me, and just to see. There's no harm in seeing. And so I don't think that let's not get it twisted for the people that like to twist my words and make shit up. Nobody says that I think I'm going to be like this fantastic actress, and nobody even says that I want to be. I just want to push myself and do something that makes me uncomfortable, but also brings me joy. And movies bring me so much joy. Acting, like, I loved being in plays. My favorite teacher still from high school is my drama teacher. I was in the National Thespian Society. That is drama club basically, but on a national level. Like, I loved it. I was in French class and in French society. Like, I love French. So it's like, that's the other thing. 2026, I am going to be fluent in French, and so is Weston. I started teaching, I don't know if I told you guys this. I started teaching Weston French. When I talk to Weston, I talk to him in French, and then I talk to him in English. All right, so we're going to take this little pink here, and we're gonna take it and put it in this corner and bring it into the center, but then we're gonna pat out the center so that it like blends in like that. This is just like a baby pink. This is called Fantasyland. Lovecraft is the transition shade. The first shade I used was Atelier, and then Paradise is the dark one. And then we're just gonna bring this in. I think I want to try like a white eyeliner. What do we think? Do we think the white or a pink or both? What about an ombre? Let's do an ombre. Weston's over there doing the Macarena. All right, so we're gonna do this. Gonna start with that. You know how when like people do cat eyes? I'm gonna do that with the white. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Y'all, this is basically an hour long, so I'm sorry about this, but go to part 2.